Well, let me go across immediately to Swapnil Kothari, senior advocate who is joining us. Mr. Kothari, thank you. You've been very patient. My immediate question to you, sir, as far as the legal options now for Rahul Gandhi are concerned, of course, an overturning of the conviction will result in his reinstatement. But does that also apply if his conviction is stayed or if his sentence of 2 years is reduced to less than 2 years? Does that also automatically invite a reinstatement if he manages to secure those two reliefs from the courts?
Well, I haven't, got your question because your voice was breaking, but I believe I got parts of it, and I hope you must be hearing me clearly.
Yes, we can.
I'm trying to say, So what I understand is that a 2-year sentence has been given by a court of law for a criminal defamation. It's a Surat court. Now, this is absolutely done in a normal case as well. Even if it was anybody else other than Mr. Rahul Gandhi, it would have been given as per the discretion of the court and as per the weightage of the statements that have been made. The statements that were made were absolutely obnoxious. To say that all Modis are thieves is, how would someone feel that if somebody were to say that all Gandhis are traitors? Obviously, that kind of a statement would also invite defamation. So on an equivalent example, I think if the statement was made, the court has come to a conclusion that it is defamatory and it is 2-year sentence. Now, the court has not looked at Section 8(3) of the Representation of the People's Act or 102 of the Constitution. It has given a judgment as per the IPC. Now, if the interpretation of that translates or extrapolates it later on to what the Lok Sabha needs to do, that, well, you have been convicted, so you cease to be an MP, that's a separate issue. The court is not going to get into that.
Of course.
The court is not concerned with that. So, this to say that this is a mechanism to remove potential candidates from the 2024 elections, to say that this is, central agencies are being misutilized to remove people, to harass people, to put up false cases, etc. Today also we've seen an application or a petition in the Supreme Court pertaining to that by some collective set of people. Now, it's extremely difficult to prove that the central agencies are after someone because you'll have to go by...
Mr. Kothari, if I may just interrupt you, sir, because I have a very important legal follow-up to that. The discourse here is, of course, about the options now for Rahul Gandhi, now that he stands disqualified, that he had to be disqualified as per the provisions of the law. There's no contention there. But as far as his possible reinstatement in the future is concerned, in terms of the legal relief that he might seek, is overturning of the conviction the only way forward, sir? Or will he also have to apply for a lessening of the sentence? So, for example, he's been sentenced to 2 years maximum punishment under defamation. Can he seek a reduction in sentencing to 1 year? And that, therefore, does that mean that he might be reinstated? Does the reduction from 2 years to 1 year mean that he could possibly be reinstated?
First thing I think what he needs to do legally is to try to get the conviction overturned, because he's got to stand on that footing. That could be the, in law, as we usually ask for the moon and then you get to the top of the tree. So basically you try to ask for a complete reversal, because to say that the conviction was bogus, it was, there was non-application of mind by the lower court judge, this, that and the other, all the grounds of appeal that we generally put. And my sentence was not defamatory, I did not mean that, or I have not such intention, etc. And if the court is not willing to hear that, or if you cannot satisfy the court or to the appeal court on that, then maybe you can ask for a revision of your sentence. And then, only then, your Lok Sabha disqualification can work out. Other than that, you have no other legal option.
Okay.
You have no other option other than that, because you cannot write to a Lok Sabha saying that, sorry, please interpret Section 8(3) a little bit in my favor in this, that and the other. It doesn't work like that. So you'll have to be very, very clear about it. What is the base of your Lok Sabha disqualification? It's the conviction, and the conviction for 2 years.
Correct.
That is the base.
Correct.
So remove the base. Remove the base. Other than that, you have no other option. If you can get it tempered down to, say 23 months, if the court helps you with that, then so be it. But I don't think so that's going to work like that. The best way to do it is ask for a reversal. That's the only option left. You've got a battery of top lawyers in your party.
Yes.
You go ahead with that. You try your best.
Yes.
And the courts do sometimes do that. They do reverse it, and if the Sessions Court doesn't do it, then go right up to the Supreme Court. What else?
Absolutely. A categorical response there about his legal options. Let me take this across to Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan as well, my colleague, who's of course been tracking all the developments in Parliament. Madhav, the Congress party will now be holding a press conference, a very important press conference that might shed some light over the legal strategy going forward after his disqualification that's expected to start at 3:45.